New year, new semester, new topic. We are back on Good Morning Sports Fans. I'm Leo Schaefer, along with Jason Glick, making his GMSF debut. Talking college basketball. Jason, any surprises right now in the AP Top 25?
So a lot of surprises, and I'm looking at it, and there's actually 8 teams right now in the SEC. That is just mind-boggling. That the entire conference is taking up nearly a third of the entire space, and rightfully so. They had, I believe, 10 last week, and you look at the top. You have Auburn, Bama, Florida, Tennessee. Just so many powerhouses that have been so good both in conference and out of conference, and really owning it at home, especially Auburn.
A lot of SEC teams in that top 25. Do you think the SEC is the new conference for college basketball, replacing the ACC? There's only 2 ACC teams right now in the top 25. Duke's at 2, and then Louisville's just sneaking in at 25. What are your opinions? Is this a power shift right now in CBB?
I think we are seeing a big power shift in CBB. There's a lot of ACC teams that had a lot of expectations that have just completely gone down. UNC's not even ranked right now, which is insane. They're 5-2 in conference play, 12-7 overall. It's been a very disappointing season for them. And Wake Forest also had all this hype. They're currently 6-1 in conference play and 14-4 overall, and that's not going to be enough to get them in. And now in the SEC, like I said, all these teams can own their own floor at home and really dominate in conference. Auburn's undefeated in conference. We just saw some crazy clashes. We can get into more of these, but Alabama beating Kentucky 102-97 this weekend was huge. Those are the 2 best offense in the nation when it comes to points per game. I think this is a big shift in college basketball.
That kind of brings me into my next topic. I'm very surprised with how Auburn's playing right now. They obviously had this issue in the beginning of the season in regards to team chemistry, but Tahad Pettiford, shout out to Tahad Pettiford, Jersey, but they've been great, 17-1. They're the favorites right now to win the championship, and I could not be more happier with this team, especially with all the drama that they've received on social media for team chemistry issues.
Oh, absolutely. I think this team is really the team to beat. Like you said, Broom's averaging 18 points and nearly 11 rebounds. I think this team is very legit. Amazing offense and amazing defense, and we just got to see them against more SEC powerhouses because that's really that's what's gonna test them and see if they can really make a run.
In regards to the SEC, there are some pretty big games last weekend. I think the most notable one, Vanderbilt upsetting, Tennessee. Second upset for Vanderbilt this year as a school. They beat Alabama in football, which, you can't really complain about that. And now beating one of the top teams in college basketball, it's just great to be a Vanderbilt student right now.
It really is. No one could have expected this, beating all these top rivals in such high stakes. And Vanderbilt really had no business in doing so well this year in both sports, like you said. And in basketball, they're obviously not even ranked, and just coming in, playing against Tennessee and taking them down. Tennessee's currently at 6. If something like that happens again, they could be dipping way below they'll be in the double-digit mark, like below 15, I'm talking.
As we were filming, Vanderbilt is currently playing Alabama at the Coliseum, and honestly, my pick's at Vanderbilt. What do you have for that game?
Yeah, Vanderbilt looks really hot right now. I think they could maybe get themselves a few votes in the upcoming AP polls if this is the way they're playing, and I really do think that Vanderbilt is a team on a mission, and they're ready to take the SEC by storm.
Another team that I have on my kind of bucket list for the March Madness tournament is Georgia, another SEC team. They barely lost to Auburn, I think by 1 point at the Stage, and this might be biased because I know somebody on the team from my high school, but I'm really rooting for them this March Madness.
Oh, how can you not? Georgia, I believe they've been getting votes this past AP poll, and I could totally see them squeezing in, competing with Auburn so closely, and I think they have a shot at making the top 25, and they'll definitely get a bit to March Madness.
All we can do is watch and wait. We're swinging it now to Jake, Joel, and Ryan for the CFB playoff review.